Okay, so here we are, we're all dry. I've rubbed the salt off, or most of it. There's always one or two little bits. But I just love the textures and the background that the salt makes. Let me just see if I can get you a little bit closer to some. They are beautiful textures and backgrounds. I love the unpredictability of it, and then how it journeys through into the daylight. This forest, you can sort of see where the trees are finishing and the sky's starting, and those grasses have worked beautifully. Really pleased with those. So let's just pan back out a little bit. Sorry if that's making you feel a bit heady. So I quite often at this point with paintings use black water fast, light fast fine liners. This is a Faber-Castell. You can just use felt tips if you haven't got them, or Sharpies, but they're not as precise. Like this one has, this one's a really fine, and I've got lots of different ones. I'm just darkening some of this branch. Just to add some to it. Let me just get the next one up. Let me try this one. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just darkening where the branch goes, and because it and I'm just going to darken some of these marks as well with my ink pen. And just if you go down the side of the tray, you can use your pen to emphasize the roundness. Just take your time. Again, you can rest in between. I like how that branch gets sort of lost into it, but I do want to see where it comes from. It just helps build a bit more depth within the tray. Look how this one's sort of got runbacks and things across it. It feels like it's got its own life as this branch and this tray. No means have to do this, but I do like working with the trays like this and just building up a little bit more texture and sense of movement, and it just helps define the tray and bring it a little bit more forward from the background. I don't want them too separate, so if I wanted that further back I would have to use a lighter blue in order to push it back, and a much brighter, lighter colour. I want it to feel part of the same painting. And I think sometimes these little sort of touches really just bring the painting to life. And it's just a personal preference what you want to do. And you want these trays to be lighter than those because they've got more of the daylight with them. Here you can see the wax down this edge, which I really like. It just holds its own beautifully. And I think for me that's probably going to call that a day. So the nice bit, taking the tape off. Always peel the tape away from you and away from the painting, so if the paper rips, then you've not lost your painting. And there we go, a nice sort of wintry autumn view. It's up to you whether you want to get the Dr. Martens out and put a little bit of splatter on. I might just put an odd little bit of white just down this tree trunk, just to reconnect. The good thing about Dr. Martens, there's always And of course you can do a good splatter if you really want to. Adds a bit of texture. I might make that into a branch. Just put a bit of snow on some of these branches. Again, as much or as little as you like. Sometimes less is more. I'm going to call it a day before I wreck it. And I hope you've enjoyed painting along or watching, and the usual like, subscribe, all the rest. Apparently I have to say that according to my grandson. Who knows about these things? Because I don't, because I'm old. So this grandma who paints and tries to video at the same time. Thanks for watching.